Hello everyone and welcome to part 7 of the React series. Today we will learn about events in React. In the previous videos we learned how to define data, pass it and render it, but everything was static and React is not just about creating static applications. In this section I will explain the event handler by using the onClick event in React as an example. If you are new to my channel, please do subscribe, press the bell icon to get all the notifications. Let's get started. First, let me explain what an event is in a few words. Events are actions that occur as a result of user engagement, such as clicking a button, waiting while a web page loads, modifying an input field, and so on. There are many helpful events, including mouse event, keyboard event, form events, document event, and CSS events. Events in React behave similarly to DOM events with a few extension changes that we will see in this video. In React, the handler can be set using the JSX attribute onEvent. For example, we can provide the click event for a button using the onClick keyword. HTML attribute names in vanilla JavaScript are case insensitive. In standard JavaScript, they are lowercase. Alternatively, we can use names like camel case, uppercase, or mixed up. But when naming events in React, we should always use verbs in camel case like on click, on submit. Let's apply an event to the button that already exists in our example application. So here find on click event and in curly braces, let's declare the arrow function. Here we use JSX to create an event handler that we can use to make elements respond to user interaction. As a result, if I click this button, an alert has now appeared. We never pass the handler as a string here because using single or double quote inside event calls them fake. So in the browser, if I now click this button, nothing happens. Let me remove double quote from here. Events should have a function as their value, execute code. We can send an arrow function or use the function keyword simple functions directly in JSX. The alternatively approach we may use in this situation is to define constant inside the component rather than using an inline function like we are using here in JSX directly, because it is both less readable and more difficult to make. Let us start with the constant, the function name handle followed by event name click. Although you are free to add whatever you want, this is the common way to create the function. Then we will add the arrow function, and here we will remove this alert from here and paste inside the handle click function. Now inside the JSX on click event, we will remove this and pass the function name handle click and go to the browser and click this button. The alert has appeared. Remember that in JSX, the function name should not be followed by parentheses like this. Adding parentheses will cause the alert to be sent when the page loads before the button is pushed. So now if I save it, the alert has appeared even I don't press the button. Let me remove this parenthesis. If I save it, look at the browser, alert has disappeared. Now if I push the button, it is going to appear. Now press OK. Next, we will look at how to pass argument to event handlers, which are typically used to pass argument to event handlers. Let us pass the name parameter inside the parenthesis, and in alert we will use backtick to pass the expression. Use $sign and curly braces and pass the name parameter inside the curly braces and add the string. Now in JSX, we can use either the arrow function or the simple function to pass an argument to an event handler. So here we will add the arrow function. Let's add the parenthesis, and after the function, let's pass the name. In my case, Joe. Now if I save it and go to the browser and click this add list button, alert shows show added in list. We successfully add the parameter to our event handler. Many events perform certain tasks automatically, like navigating, selecting the text, and submitting forms. Sometimes in specific circumstances, we don't want these operations to happen in the browser. Instead, we want to implement some alternative behavior like verifying that all of the forms are filled before the user submits it and so on. Because passing the return false as we would in HTML is not effective here, we must specifically call prevent default to override React default behavior. I will demonstrate this to you literally by adding a link. I already opened a page. Let me copy the link and paste it. By default, this link will navigate to a different page when you click it. We will prevent this behavior. Declare a constant function named handleLink within the component followed by parentheses passing the object, and within curly braces write a code event dot prevent default. Now if I save it, now we are going to do the same in the JSX. We will declare the event on click, and within curly braces we will pass the function name handleLink. Now if I save it and go to the browser, nothing happens when you click the link now. In React, we call object E a synthetic event, the event object that contains all the details required to describe what happened and sent to as an argument to the event handler is automatically sent to us whenever something happens in the browser, such as when we click a button, that item holds the information about what happened. Therefore, if I pass the event here and use e.target.value inside the handleClick method, which use the target to identify DOM element and specify a value to a button, and remove this arrow function and by function name, in the browser we will access the value of the button. It is happy code. This React offers more event support. Let's use another example. The example that follows will make use of onDoubleClick. The double click event cause an alert to appear on the screen when we click the text twice. Let's define the function constant handle double click, pass the object and alert I am heading. In H5 tag, let's pass the double click event on double click and pass the function name handle double. Now go to the browser. The double click event cause an alert to appear on the screen when we click the text twice. If I click it one time, nothing happened. If I click twice, the alert appears. And the last, I want to show you how to pass event handler as a prop to a function component. React event always bubble. You can pass the event handler to the nested component as a prop, and the event will be captured when you click the nested element. In my app.js, let me pass onClick event as a prop, and in my component, let me copy this and paste it inside app component and pass this handleClick function inside curly braces in JSX, and also pass, instead of handleClick, we'll pass here props dot attribute name onClick, and in the browser we still get the alert with the value of the button. Happy code. As you can see, we handle event prop the same way we handle standard props. Additionally, rather than requiring the props keyword, you may supply the onClick property directly as an argument inside the curly braces in React. And in React, we don't have to specify the event listener. For example, onClick automatically adds the click event listener to the button. Even if handling events in React is simpler and more similar to JavaScript, there are some syntax differences that I already covered in this video. Let me point it out once again. If I go to handling events documentation, the first difference is React events are named using the camel case rather than lowercase, you pass a function as an event handler rather than a string, and that you can't return false to prevent default behavior in React. React event can also cause state changes. We will talk about this in later videos. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I would appreciate your feedback. And if you are new, please check out the React tutorial playlist.